In the previous videos, we have discussed how to analyze the profit and loss in a very brief term and very on a high level view. But is it the business performance depend only on P&L? Not really. There are other aspects of the business performances which are not depicted in the profit and loss statement. So what are they? There are other reports necessary to diagnose the hotel performance. It can be they can be divided into three other prospects. Customer. So what are the operation statistics? What are the how many customers we are getting? How many surveys we are getting? How many feedbacks we are getting? What are the quality of those feedbacks? Are there any requirements for any operation to be improved from the guest perspective? Is it the satisfaction level of each and every aspect of the guest journey is better for their check-in, check-out, billing settlements, quality of the food, quality of the services, cleanliness. So those are all the other important aspects that we have to see, and how much new customers we are able to get. What is the loyalty program that we are able to generate? How many people, how many customers are being enrolled to the loyalty programs? How much retweet business we are getting from them? So these are all the other aspects which are more important for the business performance of the future, so which also need to be looked at. Those are all the standard. There's no standard report for that. Those are all depend on the hotel and the conditions of each hotel. So we will be just learning on the overall statistics, how we can analyze the business performance from other aspects. Then from the employee aspects also, we have to look at the performance, because as Richard Branson or other multi-billionaires are saying, take care of your employees and they will take care of your customers. So to take care of the employees, we also need to look at their satisfaction, so their job satisfaction. How satisfied are they? So how do we measure the performance? Normally, we take the employee survey every year, every 6 months. We have one-to-one sessions with the employees. You may have coffee sessions with the employees to check on their satisfaction level, to check on their motivation level. How motivated are they? One such term is called employee turnover. How many percent people are leaving our organization on a year to year basis, month to month basis, and what is it compared with the industry? So if you have a high labor employee turnover compared to the industry or your market, which means employees are not really happy with the company. So we have to look at that, because high employee turnover is an indication that you may not be earning a high enough profit, which is not a very good idea. You may have productivity reports, which we have discussed earlier, and also the training reports. How many hours training the person is getting? How much is their level of the operation? So productivity reports will also show the productivity reports will show the effectiveness of the training. Employee turnover will also show the effectiveness of the training, motivation trainings, English trainings. So those are all the different aspects of employee related things that the business owners or the top decision makers also have to look for. Then you have some internal processes, which means check-in time, serving time, how much time it takes to do the check-in of the guest, how much time it takes to serve an order, to take the order, new suppliers. Are we taking new suppliers, or we are relying on certain particular suppliers? Maintenance reports, are we doing enough preventive maintenance, or we are not doing enough preventive maintenance, because that will affect the property's ability to sustain in the future. So those are all the different aspects of the business performance that we are now looking at, so that we can check our business performance from an overall perspective rather than only financial perspective. So there's all four perspective: finance perspective, customer perspective, employee perspective, and internal processes are called balanced scorecard. We're gonna be looking at that in the future as well. One such thing in the so how we do this terms, all these reports depend on some kind of benchmark we have been talking about, to compare with the benchmark, compare with the budget. So what is the budgeting and forecasting? So that exercise is called budgeting and forecasting. So budgeting and forecasting is not only related for the finance, is also related for the operations. So there's a quote from Benjamin Franklin: "If you don't plan, you plan to fail." So every business has to do a budgeting. So how we do the budgeting? So it serves, and why we do that? So it serves as a guide in making marketing and operational decisions. It reduces the uncertainty to a certain extent, because we need to give our employees, our managers, certain path where they can work for, otherwise they will be working in the dark, right? Then it also provides a the yardstick in measuring performance, which for customer related, for the employee related, for the maintenance related, internal process related, financial performance. So it provides a yardstick so that we can measure if we are going in the right direction or in the wrong direction. It also helps to communicate the goals and plans effectively at all levels, because most of the time all the management levels are involved in budgeting and forecasting. So it helps to understand our plan effectively, and it also helps to involve the level of and increase the more accountability in the organization, and it also helps to understand our strength and fix our weaknesses. So that's the importance of budgeting and forecasting.